Snazzy for you.
Yeah,
All right.
makeup. Hair and makeup.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Around 30 Minutes. It seems like I do this one around 30 minutes every day. But you know what? I'm still having a wonderful time. And it's a great time. And I have another special guest today. And I've known him for a while. And he is from a podcast called Blackout and Shout. I have Jed with me. How you doing, fella?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm wonderful. And everybody, this man's birthday is today. So say happy birthday. Yay. All the one people watching.
Yay, happy birthday to me.
Awesome. Yeah. So what did you do anything special today or you got anything planned for the weekend or anything?
I pretended to work today, and that was kind of
Ooh,
special. So maybe
okay.
my friend came over and visited me. I haven't seen him in like almost a year, so that was kind of cool.
Oh,
He
nice.
brought me a gift. I don't have it with me in front of me, but he made me like a light up diorama type of thing with like Starscream in the front of it, like sitting
Oh,
in the throne, and it like has like all these different layers. There's like Megatron and the Seeker's like floating in
nice.
space behind them and stuff, and it's all lit up. It's really cool. I'll have to take a
Dude.
picture of it.
Yeah, definitely. Come on now. You got to send me a picture. I
Black
want.
frame. It looks really really nice. So
Man, that's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's really cool, man. I would, yeah, definitely. Please send me some pics. I would love to see that. Anything
I will.
Starscream, but anything, anything like that would be pretty cool to do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. That is awesome. So, you not do anything? You don't have anything planned for the weekend or anything with the family or anything?
Going to the circus tomorrow.
Ooh,
Yeah, see some elephants and some clowns. Ugh.
that's a. I don't mind clown. I've never really got. I guess I guess if you were traumatized, but I just never really got the scared of clowns thing.
When I was 5, like I went to my parents took me to the circus, and they came out. We were like in the front couple rows or whatever, and I remember it vividly because it scarred me for life. But they all came out in like their little clown car, right? And
Uh
there was smoke everywhere and backfire and stuff like that. And they all came running out, and they're like looking at you, and there's all this like diesel smoke or something, and it just made me sick because of all the fumes,
huh. Yeah.
and I just threw up right there. I was like, well, and ever since then, I went back to the circus. So
Really? Also, it's going to be. Oh, this is your first time back to the circus from that sense.
yeah, yeah. So
You're gonna be hiding in the corner. Your kids will be like, "What are you doing? Get
yeah,
up!"
yeah. It'd be like there's clowns out there. I ain't going out there.
Awesome. That sounds fun, dude. That's always good to spend time with family and everything. I like good stuff.
Yeah, it'll be like my kid's first time too. So
Okay. How old are
hopefully,
they?
6 and 8.
Oh,
So
great time. Yeah, perfect age
yeah,
for doing that and everything.
hopefully they won't get traumatized. So we'll see.
Yeah, they probably not. I don't know. I don't really hear younger kids getting scared of clowns. It's always older people that are they've always been traumatized with clowns and stuff. I don't know.
I think half the people that say they're traumatized from clowns is fake. I think they're just going with the flow, just
Attention.
to be cool.
I mean, I don't know.
Cool.
I watched when I was a kid. I remember watching Bozo the Clown. He was out of WGN Chicago, and I used to watch Bozo the Clown all the time. They had that little game with the where you throw the ping pong balls into the bucket and you win prizes. I always wanted to be on that damn show.
Never. I don't know what that is, man.
Oh, you don't? Oh, well, it's a North. It was a Chicago thing. It's out of WGN. I remember when I was a little kid,
The
and
only thing with ping pong balls I remember was Captain Kangaroo, and all the ping pong balls would fall on the moose.
okay,
No.
no, I don't remember that, but it was kind of, yeah, it was just a game. The kids would come on, they throw the little ping pong balls. I know somebody around my area and up the north know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
But
I think you made that. I think you made it up. You completely.
it probably is made up. I may have been dreaming. Who knows? But they want a bike all the time for some reason. But I'm getting off on a little tangent. I apologize.
Yeah.
So with the first question I always ask, what do you collect?
I collect. Let's see. I collect masterpiece transformers. I collect legend scale transformers. I collect. I just started collecting some NECA stuff. I got the turtles, and I got an alien figure, which are
Mhm.
pretty really cool. They kind of actually, really impressed me with the turtles. Like for like a $22, figure, that was like really high quality. Like you would think that would be something to be more like an $80 figure.
Mhm.
So, um, let's see what else. I've been really getting into Play Arts Kai.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of Final Fantasy VII Avid Children figures, like Cloud, Sephiroth, Vincent, Barrett, Sid, Cat Sith, all that stuff. And I just I know a lot of people don't like the idea of buying bootlegs and stuff, but those figures are really expensive, right? So I found that there's actually a bunch of figures that I guess it's the face sculpt that really gives them a problem, with
Mhm.
the Chinese remolding or whatever. But things like Darth Vader, Stormtroopers, Boba Fett, Deadpool, characters like that, they come out pretty much perfectly just like the real product, or
Okay.
um, maybe even better. They might have fixed a couple things here and there.
Mhm.
So I found on eBay they were like $50 or $40, but then I went on AliExpress and they were like 30. So I snarfed up a whole bunch of them. So they're they're coming in the mail. So we'll see
All
what
right.
kind of quality I get there. So, but yeah, begin the player's Kai. Collect a lot of art. So
Yeah.
been doing
Mhm.
that. I just been working on my room. So I got um, like all my wall space filled except for maybe one or two spots. Let's see, what else do I collect besides that? I think. Oh, I collect Make Toys Cross Dimension too. So I guess that's I'm not sure what scale you would call that. I guess that's more of a
It's a, I would say a
that's
mix in between. I don't want to say chug. I can maybe chug and MP scale, kind of give or take,
yeah, yeah, probably like in between there, I would think.
something like
So
that. Because I have
but
the
yeah,
Prime and the Megatron. And they're kind of, they're a little, not. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Cross. I mean, and I don't have the Jetfire. I think he's a little bigger.
yeah. Well, Jetfire. Buster Sky or Buster Stealthwing. I just got him.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I
Mhm.
highly recommend him to anybody. He stands about as tall as an MP Seeker, so he's a
Okay.
little bit taller around that. So yeah, so I guess they're like I don't know, probably yeah, I give maybe chug scale. So
Voyager
but
chug. I don't know. Something
yeah,
like that.
whatever. So close enough.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. They Jet. I'm sorry. The Files of Teletron. He's in there. He wants to know who do you think the best legend is for Optimus Prime out right now? What do you think?
Well, I can tell you that the DX9 Prime is garbage. At least the one that I got is
Mine too.
trash.
Mine too.
So first
The
thing that
light.
happened, the leg fell off. Yeah, my leg fell off. Keeps
Yeah.
falling off. It
Mm-hmm.
won't stay on. It was. I mean, that's the one you can't take the matrix out. I think that's permanently
Mm-hmm.
in there, so that kind of blows too. So I was really disappointed with that. But I guess I don't know, Matt. You're probably more of a Legends expert than I am, so
Uh,
probably which one do you think?
I would say the DX9 one. It looks good if you
It
just
does.
stand there. But if you pick them up, my damn leg falls off. I swear, every
Yeah,
time
yeah,
it flops off. I've tried a fingernail polish. I've tried to do something, but it just won't stay on.
yeah.
I think who is Iron Factory or New Age come out with one? I think New Age or no, I'm sorry, Magic Square is coming out with a Legends
Right.
one. So that will
Yeah.
probably be my Prime one, to be honest.
If it's anything like their MP Prime, I'm assuming that it'll be pretty good quality. So
Oh, well, other stuff, other Legends is great quality. I think they're awesome.
yeah, yeah. I got a couple of them. The only problem I had was with Sideswipe. One of the
Legs?
parts was on backwards.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it
Hmm.
was a design thing. So I don't know if I'm gotta still look at that, see if I can fix that or not.
Yeah, the
But
little the side thing on his legs usually they're loose on mine, and that kind of
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So mostly I have but with Legends I have mostly DX9 stuff. I have all the Seekers, I have all the Cone Heads, I have all their Dinobots, which are
Okay.
awesome. Love those guys. Those are the best. Um but I haven't really gotten into any of the Iron Factory stuff. So because those are like a little bit bigger, they're a little bit different scale, and I was trying
Yeah.
to keep it all together. So
Okay.
but yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. If you want, I love Iron Factory and Magic Square. They're my favorites, and they are a different scale. They don't, in Iron Factory is more stylized. They're not
Yeah.
the you one kind of stuff. So if you like the stylized stuff,
Yeah.
Iron Factory's got some good stuff. Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down too.
That, that is true. That is so true. Legends is a rabbit hole itself. So,
I
um,
almost got their Skyfire, Jetfire, but
Iron Factory, yes, he's
yeah, it looks fantastic. But
he's
it's
wonderful.
like I said, if I get one, then I'll want to get them all. So I gotta be careful.
That's true. So to add on to that question, why do you collect?
Why do I collect? I think it's because I like the things that I get. Like, I'm not a completist by any means. I don't have an end goal or anything like that. I just kind of like pick and choose like certain stuff that I like. Like I'll have the MP Fans Toys Dinobots. I'll have, official, stuff that I bought here and there. I have Ultra Magnus, but I don't have the rest of the season 3 guys. Like, though I'm gonna get
Yeah.
I'll get Cup and Springer eventually once X Transblast comes out with their versions.
Okay.
Been holding out for both of those guys. I have, like Make Toy stuff, which is, its own line. But I don't get all the Make Toy stuff, but I got most of the stuff. It's just random stuff here and there. I got the NECA stuff. It's just like and then I'm looking at like some like Trigun, Revoltech stuff that's like
Okay.
15 years old or whatever. I was thinking about getting that. I didn't even know that existed. And then I'm gonna get the Cowboy Bebop line that's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna get those guys. Yeah, it's just like just random stuff I just buy. So it's really, I don't really have a goal in sight. But the reason why, I guess, is just because I like to see a physical representation of stuff that I really liked from either from my childhood or now or quality wise. I thought about which is odd because I thought I originally collected like the original G1 stuff back in the 80s when I was a kid. And I still have them, and they're all broken up. There's nothing that I kept the boxes or lucky if I find an instruction manual laying around or something. But I'm gonna give those to my kids, or my son or even my daughter too once they get a little bit older. But it's like I thought, oh, I'll replace those guys and it'll be kind of like reliving my childhood. But it's not really like that at all. So, the other thing I forgot to mention that I collect is Marvel Legends too. So. Yeah, I'm like really deep into the Legends. So, Levy showed me a couple of them, and after that, I got like some X-Men, and then I gotta get all the Avengers. Now I have to get all the X-Men. Now I have to get all the Spider-Mans. Now I have to get all the bad guys. So I have like 40 Spider-Mans, and it's just but those are cool because that's like you can kind of pose and put them into like different scenes and with the photography. So or the photography of some sort that but I get into that. So but that's kind of into that. Just
I was deep into Marvel Legends, and then I just ran out of room. I just couldn't do it. I was like, man, I love Transformers more, and I sold all of them. So
I got like I'm gonna do like I have like 3D TOFs, so I got one I'm gonna have for like some Players Kai and like make for the cross dimension and like the NECA stuff, and then the other one do like the MP stuff that I have, and then like another one I'm gonna make. I'm actually ripping the whole thing apart and customizing it and making a whole big Dio for all the Final Fantasy.
Okay.
So I don't know if you ever watched that. Do you ever watch Advent Children?
No, I did not.
No. Okay. Well, there's a scene in it where it's kind of like a lot of scaffolding, building stuff like that. I'm gonna kind of build that and like rubble there and stuff like that. Kind of do like a scene from the movie.
Okay.
You never played Final Fantasy VII as a kid?
I wasn't a big Final Fantasy guy. Sorry.
Man, you should go play that. Try it out. You might like it. So then you gotta go watch the movie. Then you gotta get the figures.
I'm not a big video. I like Call of Duty, Halo, and any Transformer game. I'm not really a big, video game player. I just don't, I'd rather take pictures or do a review than play video games.
You're more of a first-person shooter guy than, like, say, an RPG.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's good. A good point and everything.
You're one of those guys, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like killing people. I don't know, or something like that. I don't know. I suck on it. It makes me. I can't go through a day without feeling like cussed out by a little 12-year-old. And being called every racist name in the book. I can't. It's not possible that I can't get off the my Xbox Live without doing that. So I have to wait. I wait around to hear some kids cuss me out.
When I was like years ago, I used to play SOCOM. I used to play Call of Duty online. I played Madden online, stuff like that, and I used to get all those kids too yelling at me and telling me to fuck off and just like go to hell. And the one funny part was the one kid thought I was on mute, but he didn't mute me right. And his mom came in the room. She's like, Justin, take the trash out or take the dog out. One of the two. He's like, I will, Mom, after I get done playing. And then he came back on. I was like, yeah, Justin, take the trash out, man.
Only very quick. It's always good to hear from the kids. Always good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
who is your favorite character, and why is he or she your favorite character?
Starscream, of
Nice.
course.
Good choice.
There any other choice? There can't be any other choice besides
So,
Starscream.
what drew you to the start? Everybody always asks me what draw you because he's not really, a character that you should get behind. So, what drew you to Starscream? As far as character, all that stuff.
The treachery, of course, like everything, like the side plotting and the undermining, and you know, I think the other thing too that I really liked about Starscream was the voice. Chris Latta did the
Oh,
voice,
yeah.
and that was just impressive because going from that to like Cobra Commander or Cobra Commander to Starscream,
Yeah.
and then doing things like Decompose and all other stuff, it's like just that voice was like it was so shrill that it was like so unique. It was like kind of like made you invest in the character. And then when you got older, you appreciated more of the Machiavellian type of aspect of him,
Yeah.
like the plans within plans, at least in the comic books. Like because in the cartoon he was kind of he tried, but
I'm an idiot. You always wanted him to try to be leader, but he wouldn't have been a good leader. I mean, just nobody would have followed him.
he was on such a roll, man, when he created the Combaticons, and at that
Yeah.
point, and it just seems like he got a raw deal at the end of that
Yeah.
season two. But I think it's during the movie and stuff. If Galvatron would have missed, or you never know, might would have happened.
Yeah. But
But
that's the point about his voice. I mean, it's so like iconic. It
yeah,
just it's like Megatron and Optimus Prime. I think it's up there as far as iconic voices in Transformers.
oh yeah, absolutely, I agree. I mean, just from Cobra Commander alone, too, it was I think that voice just is a staple of like the '80s pop culture.
Oh yeah.
So
Totally agree. Totally agree. Good point. Very good point, man.
yeah.
So you already mentioned that your favorite line, is MP. Do everything in legends and everything. Do you collect Chug? And is there anything that would get you into collecting like the mainline stuff? Have you ever thought about that?
I did. I actually bought Combaticons, Combiner Wars, and then I bought Skyfire, Jetfire, whichever name they used for him.
Yeah.
I had Blitzwing, and a couple others. I think Nitro I got because I really like that jet. The whole,
Oh yeah. Not from the movies. Yep.
yeah. But that's it. And then I'm actually kind of getting rid of those guys now. So, and then I actually looked at the Siege stuff, and was really interested in the Siege stuff because they look really cool. But then I actually like saw it in hand, and it was like kind of a little bit smaller than what I thought,
Yeah.
and
They are.
the price went up, and a little bit,
Yeah,
not much,
just a little
but the
bit.
price went up.
Just a little bit.
And I was like, kind of like, do I want to spend $40 on this, or do I want to, put that money towards something else?
Right.
So, like I said, once you get one, you're gonna start getting the rest. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll get Side Swipe, or I'll do, this or
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, nah, I think I'll skip it now. So,
I got
but
you.
yeah,
It's
so
it's
that's
totally
what I do.
understandable. I totally understand. The both sides and everything. They have gotten smaller and a little more pricier, but more better details, better articulation, better
Yeah.
paint and stuff.
No,
So
Hasbro's definitely given us and the fans and kids what they want, which is
yeah,
more, so which is good, which is why the price went up, which is
yeah,
fine too, which is cool, just as long as it doesn't turn into anything that's like crappy,
yeah.
crappy quality
No, I
eventually.
understand. I understand. And and like you said, to put something, like you can appreciate them, but it's just something that didn't float your boat. That's I understand that point. And if
Yeah,
you want to put something
I
forward,
might get Starscream just because it's Starscream.
I'm looking for him. He's out too. I'm going tonight looking for him. I'm hoping I find him. Ooh.
Yeah, so just because it's like a Tetrajet, and he's just, and it kind of looks like a Viper from Battlestar Galactica too.
I was going to mention that in my review. He looks like exactly like one of those Vipers, man.
Yeah, so I was thinking, maybe I'll just get like a bunch of those guys or something, like just the three Seekers. So we'll see. I don't know, maybe
That happens.
because I don't really.
You can always sell them, if you don't like them.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Um, and Basil Teletron asks, do you have any thoughts about the IDW reboot? Are you a comic reader?
I am. I am cautiously optimistic, I guess you could say.
All right.
because I know that even though it's like a reboot and that they're getting like I guess some talent, to, I guess you could say, take over the reins, but it was, I don't know if it was kind of crappy the way that they just kind of wiped out the existing, creative department that they had. They
Mhm.
took away all those really good artists that were like Keith Kohler and Nick Roche, and they kind of like threw them to the under the bus, and then they like kind of brought all this new stuff in. I have a feeling that, and I don't know the details or anything like that, but I have a feeling that they didn't really agree with the direction they wanted to go to with the
Okay.
books, which was, Hasbro's alignment. It's going to be the books, the new cartoon that's going to be coming out, the toys. Everything's going to be all kind of in sync because that's how they make their money, and they're businessmen and they want to make money. So I think that that's where the direction of the stories are going to go. I think that they're going to be very siege oriented. It's going to look a lot like the toys. I think that it's going to all mix together because that's where they can pull everybody in from different aspects. They can pull them from the comics, pull them from the cartoon, pull them in for just the toys, and
Yeah.
then kind of have it all mixed together. But we'll see how they do things. I mean, I saw the preview that they came out with a couple days ago. They showed a few pages of it, and it looks okay,
Okay.
but I'm just not sure where they're gonna go with the whole Bumblebee, Windblade, and what's the new one? Is it not Rumble? It's a Rubble. Rubble.
Roll. I don't. I haven't seen. I haven't seen it. I didn't
I
know that.
think Rubble is the new, like the brand new Transformer that was just like born.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
I'll look that up.
but yeah, there's like probably 5 or 6 pages, I think, of preview. You mean to tell me you didn't see all the memes that are out there about Optimus and Megatron doing the hand greet thing?
I guess I haven't seen that. I'm not
Um,
paying attention, man.
it's a patty cake moment. They're like,
Oh, really? Oh, I have not seen that. I may have seen it, but I just didn't know. I didn't get the reference. So that's
yeah,
that's why I did.
you gotta check it out. It's pretty weird.
Oh,
So, but
I'm looking forward to
yeah,
the cartoon. I'm really looking forward to the Netflix thing. I really am.
I am too. I watched all the Rooster Teeth stuff that he did so far. I watched the Godzilla stuff they did,
Okay. Yeah.
and was it Genlock, the other stuff? And even though the story wise with like Godzilla, I didn't really like that much because it was very Japanese anime type of
Mhm.
long character driven story, which is fine. But I wanted monster action, But
Yeah.
all the mech scenes that they had, like with the tanks, and there was like this flying, kind of sort of Gundam looking one, was called Vulture.
Mhm.
The animation was really really well done, and like they made something that looked like it was heavy and had a lot of weight to it, like gave
Mhm.
it speed, and I could see that they translate that into Transformers, because they did Transformers Prime as well,
Mm.
and some of that animation was a little clunky,
Yeah.
but that was what, 9, 10 years ago, I think that series was out.
Golly. Has it been that long?
Is it?
Jeebus. I think so.
I can't.
Well, around 2010, 2012, give or take. I think maybe.
All right, so maybe 7 years. So, but it's still been 7 years, and that they've come a long way since then. So, I'm actually eager and excited to watch that too on
Oh,
Netflix. Just as long this doesn't suck,
yeah.
So, because like
I hope it don't
the
suck.
whole the whole Machinima series was
Yeah, no,
really,
that's a letdown.
they
Yeah.
were all garbage. I hated all of it. So
Oh well. Hopefully that'll be good. Hopefully we'll see. But so, all right.
yeah.
So you are on a podcast called Blackout and Shout. I do it every other week, and
Yep.
they are some long, long podcasts. I need to talk to Mike about that. Y'all might want to start doing it every week.
Listen. I'm gonna talk to that right now. I'm gonna put that right in place. All right. So
Please
if
do.
you took Shattercast Uncut, you took
Yeah.
Nerd Rage Radio,
Okay.
and you took all the interviews that you do, you clock in at least 10 hours.
That is
Clock.
true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
We give you 3, maybe a little bit longer sometimes, every
Come on,
2
guys. I think so. Go up a little bit. Y'all be knocking on that 4 or
because
5 hour thing.
we're
So,
not just a we're not just a Transformers podcast. We're also,
God,
like,
God. I just
Oh,
like
man.
getting shit sometimes.
I know. Everybody does. It's ridiculous. They're like, hey, how's that 6-hour podcast
No,
going?
man, it's a long sitting. I'm like, man, I could work out like 3 times a day just listen to that.
Well, you got and if you look, and everyone else who's listened to the podcast or has watched it, if you look, there's a well-placed index under there. So if you want to jump around to other sections of the
that is true.
podcast,
That is true.
That is true. Go to the nerd news, you go to the toy review. So,
well, and speaking on that, so how did that get started? And do you still like doing Blackout and Shout?
yeah. Let's see. So Mike and Levy started it. They did 3 episodes, I think of it. It was just the 2 of them. And I was listening to them. I think I was like one or 2 fans that they had at the time that were actually listening to those podcasts.
You said 1 or 2 fans.
So I live near them, about an hour away or so, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to come on?" And I was like, "Sure." So I came on, and that was episode 4. And then after that was over, they're like, "Hey, you want to keep doing it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great. I'm cool." And ever since then, that was episode 4, and we're on episode. What did we do? 64, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, I'd look back again and everything.
Yeah. So a couple years later, and everything's going real great. So.
That's awesome. So you were in just like I was for Sharecast. You were in the right place at the right time, basically.
Yeah, I like how Mike said they took their subscriber base and removed it by 50% by asking me to be on the show.
Oh, I love the show. It's like I said, you have to put in some time for it, but it's just the camaraderie, the way y'all gel and everything together is what the word. It makes it fun.
Being there in the same room, together versus being like what we're doing or whatever. But one-on-one's pretty cool online because you can kind of pace yourself with the way you're talking stuff. But when you get like 4 people or 3 or 4 people together, it's really hard if everyone tries to talk at the same time, and you're just outside of the entire conversation at that point, and it's just a mix of words, and I think it makes listeners really frustrated because they can't listen to this conversation and listen to that conversation at the same time. So, but yeah, when we're there together, it's really cool because we can just look over each other, and I'll look over at Mike, Lance over, and we'll just both laugh at Levy what he's doing or something like that, or vice versa. So
I gotta get Levy on now. He's the last one I need to get on from Blackout and Shout now.
Yeah,
put that out there. We don't talk very often, but if you want to come on, hit me up.
He's shy.
Yeah, he's a shy guy. All right. So do you have? So you work on some nice projects and stuff. I bet it's actually part of one. So do you have anything new coming out? Are you working on anything? For the future.
Oh man, what am I not working on? Working on everything. That's my problem. I never complete anything yet, but I have 20 projects going at the same time.
Yeah.
So let's see. I was working on the 3D stuff. So I opened up a shop on Shapeways. It's called Hidden Toys. I only have a couple of things out there now, but I've been working on 3D printed models. I did, and your package will be arriving on Monday, I believe. So hopefully.
Rocket something?
Yeah, I'll give you some gift, man. Come on.
It's not my birthday.
My birthday gift from me to you.
That don't sound right. I gotta get you something now. Jeez.
So I got I designed a missile, torpedo, whatever you want to call it, for Springer from the movie. So
yeah. Okay. Nice.
I got an MP scale of that and a legend scale. I made just to, and this was kind of a joke, but people liked it. So it was just when Mirage would disappear, he would have that orange grid.
Yeah.
So I made one of those 3D things so you can put over the top your MP Sphinx.
Okay.
I made a legends one. Let's see. I made brother Kyle. He wanted me to make I guess his hammer or a pix from Call Obsidian from the Avengers Infinity War. The real big guy that was with one of the bad guys. Yeah, that big.
Oh yeah, okay, got you.
Because the build-a-figure of the Legends, or is it build-a-figure? Yeah, build-a-figure that the Legends came out with just a regular hammer, and it looked kind of crappy. You know what? Do I have that over here somewhere? I think I do. Hold on one second. Oh, be right back.
Hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Well, he's going to get his hammer.
I'm back.
There he is. He's back. All right, let's talk.
I was just on the other side of the phone, so. But yeah, so
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, so that's a. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, see, nice details.
Yeah, so got that, and there's something else I think that's on the shop too. I forget what it was. Oh, and I made a THC keychain, and I made a Beast Wars Maximal keychain too. So
Oh, really? Well, we need to reach out to those people on Stasis Lock. They need to get that for.
yeah, exactly. They need something, right?
Yeah, they need something
But
because they ain't got no good
anyway,
beef.
it's been out for. I had it open for about a week or two, so just haven't really pushed it too much. But so I got that going, and then I'm working on voiceovers. So I've been doing voiceovers, here and there. Um, let's see. I've been working on the motion comic, which
Yeah.
is taking forever because I thought like at one point I'd have another artist helping me do all the the Photoshop work,
Uh-huh.
all that stuff, and that kind of fell through. So basically, I'm doing all the projects on my own. So I got all this kind of stuff, and I'm working on all the video stuff now, yeah, and then all that and putting that all together. So hopefully that will be done probably, I don't know, maybe like in a month or so, and then
Nice.
everyone can hear your sweet, sexy
Yeah,
voice.
my couple of lines I got, which I had a great time. It was a good time. I would
Just
love to do something like that again. That's
just
awesome.
let everybody know that Mr. Baldwin here opens up the entire motion comic. He has the first line in the whole entire thing. So
Awesome. I had a great time. I loved it. I would love to do that stuff again. That's cool.
yeah, once I start working on the second one, then I'll make sure I get a part for you.
All
So
right, cool beans.
working on that. See the motion comic that, and then for a while now, for like a couple years, I've been working on my own CGI animation
Oh,
for
really?
for Transformers. I did all this research, and then I did all this like education and stuff, like how to write scripts and story writing and all the different phases of story and pacing, and learned all that. And I wrote a script out, and it's basically it's going to be a three-parter, like they kind of did, originally with the first cartoon series.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I originally wanted to do it like in a non-photorealistic type of CGI, kind of like like the original cartoon, or I guess you can say like the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse type of style, where
Oh,
it's
okay. Yeah. Nice.
more fluid in different aspects of it. But and then the whole storyline is going to take place. The bookends are going to be like 10 years after season three, and
Ooh. Okay.
it's time travel just to get to the period that I want to get to, and which
Yeah.
is going to be in the 90s. So it'll take place in 94. So it'll be that
Yes.
time period that takes place after the second season and before the
Yeah.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of introduce like all these characters, like Skylinks, like
Oh, yeah.
Springer, all those guys. How do they meet? Got to get them together, and
Okay.
put Whirl in there, and like just there's going to be a Wreckers. It's going to
Yeah.
how they intermix with all the other, how Ultra Magnus meets Prime, and they get they talk, and it's going to be like all takes place like in that 10-year period, like in between the movie and after season two. So
Okay. Wow.
which
That
is
sounds really interesting, man.
it's really like undiscovered territory for that. There's so much you could write, so many stories that can take place between the two.
Yeah.
So,
There is. Yeah. That's
but
cool. It's something like what I guess what Scramble City was it? What I think kind of before the movie. I think or
yeah, it was
before or after.
yeah, before it
Before
was or
something
during.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
something or different like that. It was, because everybody wondered where the combiners went. There wasn't no Superion, there wasn't no
yeah.
Minosaur or any of that stuff. It just had Devastator. It's like, well, so where did all the other stuff go?
I think the writers just couldn't figure out how to kill them all off in the amount of time that they had.
It's true. Well, they did a good job actually killing off a lot of people that worked at it.
Yeah,
It was something they had to do and everything. So
yeah.
and made every kid cry. Even myself, I cried. I admit it. I cried.
And that's my own personal uh, my own personal mission is to kind of like undo what the movie did with like the deaths with this series in a way. So
Cool.
there's a lot of plot points and stuff into it, but like it focuses on Cliffjumper, and it focuses on the Wreckers, and just kind of like the whole little storyline in there. Of course, um, there's the like twist in it and stuff too, but once I ever get it done, it'll be pretty awesome. So
Okay.
hopefully.
To
get the motion comic done, the next 4 issues of that, and then get that closed up, and then I'll be able to, get back on that and get that working. So
Great.
no, it should be really cool because I'm been really working on the CGI stuff of it and modeling all the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it, man. Can't wait to see it, man. So, well, we're going to move on to something, I guess, personal, not personal, but, something about you. So, if you could have one last meal, and I don't want anything to happen to you. I always say this, I don't know why, but I don't want anything bad to happen to you. What would be your last meal that you would like to have? Exactly.
What's my last meal? You know what? I think what I enjoy the most is bangers and mash. You ever have bangers and mash?
I have no idea.
You gotta go to an Irish pub and have some
Oh,
bangers and mash. Basically, it's sausage, and mashed potatoes and gravy and cabbage, and it's all mixed together. It's delicious.
Okay.
So,
Nice. Got you. Okay. And I've never heard it called banger and mash. Is it called anything else?
sausages and potatoes?
Awesome. Whatever. Smart ass. But I thought I've heard, isn't there like a German kind of plate like that kind of too?
Yeah, there is. Yep. Yeah, but this is more Irish. This is the Irish meal.
Like bratwurst or something, and maybe. No.
Yeah, it's just in Europe they all have the same meal dishes.
Yeah.
They just call them different things, from Hungarian to German to to Irish. It's all kind of the same. So
it is. It's just a mesh of stuff and everything. So, so he said, "Is it potatoes and sausage?" So, do you like cereal, and do you have a favorite kind of cereal?
I don't like cereal. I haven't eaten cereal in so long. I think my favorite cereal probably was Cheerios. And
really?
When I was a kid, I used to eat Trix, but I used to eat it as a snack. Like I'd sit in front of the TV, watch cartoons, and I'd eat a bowl of like dry Trix or something like that.
Oh,
so,
that's not.
But, I guess Trix probably be a good cereal.
I could eat Fruit Loops dry. I wouldn't, I don't have to. I love milk, with it, but I could eat Fruit Loops dry. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I never got into like putting the milk on the sweet stuff because then you'd have like this pink, weird green milk or whatever. And it was
Can't press it.
So, but no, I'm not into like oatmeal or cream of wheat or any of that.
No, I think this gross. So, what is your favorite movie? Like, what is like if you're watching TV or something, and you're just flipping through and you hit on a movie? What is one movie that you could watch and not ever get tired of?
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. Okay, that's a good one. Good choice.
That is my favorite movie of all time. I could watch that 1,000 times, never get tired of it. And probably Aliens would probably be the other one.
Okay, nice. Good choice.
Yeah, those are. Like I said, I never get tired of those, and they're I watch it over and over and over again. So.
Now, do you like the Alien and Predator? Do you like Predator, or do you like the mixture of the Alien and Predator kind of thing going on?
The Ridley Scott movie was good, for what it was, but I really like James Cameron's take on it. And then is it David Finch that did the third one? That one's a really good one too. But that one, I can't watch that over and over. And then everything after that was kind of garbage. Except the Alien vs. Predator movie, I actually liked the first one, so I could watch that. But the other one after that was really hard to get through. So all the newer stuff too is okay. Like Prometheus was okay, but all the other ones after that are just trash.
Yeah.
It's funny because like if you notice in the original movies, somebody would get the face hugger on them and they get the egg, and it'd take them like a couple days for the alien to pop out. Now it's literally like 10 minutes. It happens and it's done.
Get it on, you're like, oh, I'm already pregnant. God dang it.
God dang it.
Josh Fisher said, hey Jed, how you doing? He's waiting for his pizza. He's like, hey Jed, how you doing? And it's he's only talking one leg too, so it's not as deep voice. It's like, hey, I'm Josh Fisher.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
I love that. I love that man. I could say that. I really love that man. He's a good dude. So And another one, I usually the last one. If you could see one concert and it'd be the last concert you ever see, and they could be alive or whatever, anything or dead. What concert would you like to see for your last one?
It can be anybody live or dead.
Yeah, anybody.
Oh, it's Zeppelin. I'd like to go see a Zeppelin show.
Okay, nice, good choice.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of crazy, like a '69 Zeppelin show. I think it would be insane. So,
Wow. Yeah. Okay, good choice. Josh Fisher said, "I'm waiting on my other leg to drop." She was. Oh god dang. All right, so moving along.
yeah.
Good dude. So if you stop collecting right now, like if you had to stop for some reason, would you be satisfied with your collection right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd be content with it. I mean, I'd want to get more, of course. But
Sorry,
yeah,
my wife's on. We hear a lot of stuff going on. Sorry, she just got
off. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it because I kind of when I was younger, I collected comics, and I got I got like 40,000 comics or something like that. So
wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm kind of I have these 2 IKEA shelves just filled with them. But I collected from the 80s to beginning of the early 90s, 94, before everything went to shit. But I haven't really bought any books in a long time, except maybe somebody was selling a collection or something like that for $100 or whatever every now and then. But I'm kind of happy and content with what I have there, and I haven't really wanted to get back into that too much. And I think if I had just a couple more bots or whatever, I think I'd be kind of happy with what I have now too.
So if you had to start over, would you collect different, or would you just keep the way you start or way you're doing now?
I think if I did start over, I think I probably wouldn't buy so many random things as I do. I probably would just kind of focus on one set of one scale or one team or one series or something like that. Especially with Legends. Legends, I just get them all. I think I would just focus on all Spider-Man or all X-Men. Instead of all that. So, but yeah, I think it would just be more focused instead of erratic. So.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I mean, the Legends. Yeah, it's so good right now. The Legends War. With Magic Square, Iron Factory. You still got Hasbro. Hasbro still puts some good Legends out, and you got
You have probably 500,000 things more than I do, so I can only imagine what your answer would be to that. You probably would be like, "No, I just do it all again."
I've never, I thought about it. I've talked to Lisa about that. I think I would change. I don't think I would go the route of getting everything, because I went to a part the early 2000s, mid 2000s to 2015, whatever. I was getting everything. I mean, I would grab shampoo. I would grab bubble bath. I mean, anything that had Transformers on it, I would grab. I have a tote full of Easter and Halloween and birthday crap that I don't. Come on now. I don't
my
know.
wife keeps buying me Star Wars hand soap. I'm like, stop.
Exactly. I got to the point now where I just don't need it. I'll probably give it to somebody or something like that, or I don't know. But I was up to a point where I was collecting everything. But now I think I would focus. I would probably go the MP and Legends, MP scale and then Legend scale. I don't know if I would, but I say that, but I love Chuck and I still get them all the time. But I think if I started over, I don't think I would have went that route.
Gee, you just get it all again anyway.
I'm a sucker for Transformers. I can't help it. It's a disease.
And no offense to anybody at all, but I think that if you buy things and you just don't have a place to show them or see them, and you have them in a bin somewhere, it's really hard to appreciate you making the purchase.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it, and that's a terrible thing, because these action figures either should be looked at or played with, or no,
that is totally understandable. I mean, if you're getting stuff and you're having to put it into bins and everything, you can't appreciate it. I mean, but they could be doing that I'm moving or something and everything, and that's fine. But if you're not moving or anything,
there's people that have been moving for 3-4 years now. So
exactly, I'm gonna have a house in 2025.
At least I got it packed And then,
Yeah, I got it packed and ready.
and the people that say they're gonna like rotate stuff out and redo their collection,
I don't do that.
it's
Yeah,
hard to, it's a really, I must be a really disciplined person to do that because
and if you do that, more power to you. I'm glad. And if that's the
yeah,
way you like to do it, then hey, if you're happy, I'm happy. That's all.
I like a couple months ago I threw away all my boxes, so now I'm just happier because of that. So
I need to. I really need to.
I actually found a whole Gundam kit that I never put together, and I was like,
Wow, that's hardcore, man. That is when you start finding stuff like, huh. Oh, Mr. Fisher said happy birthday too. Also,
oh, thanks, man.
he's they're at the Jason Lowry's getting married this weekend.
Oh, right. Yep.
So I wish I could be there, but shout out to those guys. I can't. I want to get him on too. I can't wait to get him on. So do you think you'll ever stop collecting?
No. And if if I stopped collecting something, I'd probably collect something else. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I always collected, comics. And then once I stopped collecting comics, I collected books, and it's not hoarding if it's books. So,
Yeah, sure. He's saying that to you though.
yeah. And then I started getting into some Star Wars stuff, and then I got rid of all those, and then I started getting into other things, and then I think at one point I was collecting pewter stuff. I don't know what happened there, but so got rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I was collecting swords, and then got rid of those. Give all those to Mike. Actually, he has those hanging up on as well. Shout out to Mike Kincaid for taking my swords away from me.
He's a good dude. Shout out to that man. God.
I kept one, because it looks like the sword from the Princess Bride. So,
Oh, if you see Mike, ask if his girl is okay. I'm really worried about her, man.
I was telling Tyler the other night. I said when I go over for the podcast this week, I'm gonna mark myself safe at Mike Kincaid's house.
Please do, and make sure everybody's okay. Make sure they're all right.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
If it wasn't Transformers, like I'm getting into Players Kai now, and I'll collect that. If I wasn't into that, I'd find something else.
I've always collected stuff too. Baseball cards, football cards when I was a kid. CD.
The cards.
I was heavy into, especially basketball cards. I was heavy into basketball. I was a basketball fan. I was a big Shaq fan, Shaquille O'Neal.
And I felt like if you collected sports cards, you had to kind of like be into the sport, know the stats and then know the players. And I really wasn't into getting into like knowing the statistics of every player. And
I don't think you have to. I wasn't into that. I wasn't deep into it like that. But I loved watching basketball. And now I'm into football and everything. I don't collect cards. I still watch people opening. There's new people opening packs all the time and stuff and everything. And there's a big thing on YouTube. I always watch those for some reason, but I don't buy them. But I used to.
The closest I ever got to that was the 1980s. Was it Tops that had the stickers, and you had the silver stickers in the middle, I think.
Oh yeah. Tops, yeah.
I collected that. That was the closest I ever got to like cards. So
cool. Yeah. I was a big one. So that was what I did as a kid. So let's see. So if you owned a third-party company, what would be your first release, and what scale would that be?
If I owned the company.
Yep. If you owned a third-party company.
Let's see. It would be Optimus Prime. Because he makes all the money.
Already.
I own the company. I got to make money, right? So I got to go to the. I'm joking. I would do a Starscream, of course. It'd have to be a Starscream. So, and do you know which one it would be? It would be the IDW natural form of Starscream that was in the pages. I don't know if you ever saw that. It was a blue and white. Yeah, I would do that. That's what I would do.
Oh, that would definitely. Well, hurry up and start making that, man. I need that.
I don't know what they call it again in the books. I forget what it was called. His original Spark form, or you never saw that?
Oh,
I'll send it to you. Or
I don't read the comics very much, so
it's like a cross between like Jetfire and a Seeker, and it's badass. So
okay, send it. Yeah, definitely send it to me.
Yeah, I would do that. That's what I would make. So because in the books it was like all the Seeker forms were pre-manufactured, and they took their sparks and they would shove them into these pre-manufactured form, and they were never let develop on their own. So they had to keep that form. They were stuck to it. And then there was a part in the books where I think it was it Windblade? I think it was like went into his mind, and she showed him what he would have looked like if he was able to, develop on his own.
Yeah.
So it was
That's
it was
cool.
pretty kick ass. So
Okay. Yeah, definitely send me the picture. I would love to see it. I guess I may have seen it. I just didn't really register what it was and everything.
yeah, no,
Good.
it's awesome.
Good choice. Good choice. So, um, I got one last question. It's always one I always ask. Where do you see Blackout and Shot in 5 years?
Where do I see us in 5 years? Not sure. I
Hmm.
mean, we'll still be doing the podcast, I
Do a
guess.
7 hour
Um,
podcast.
yeah, see if I think we'll keep going. I mean, like I said, the cool thing about it is that there's all these interesting subjects that we cover. Like I says,
Yeah.
mostly like Transformer stuff for like toy news, but Levy covers like other things like Legends and NECA and like the other make Mezco and all the other stuff that comes out. And we cover all the movies and the TV and the cool like
Yep.
geek stuff that comes out, like the latest news and stuff. So I think we'll
Mhm.
keep going. I think as we keep building a fan base and people get our the word goes out a little bit more, and
Mhm.
we have so many fans from all these different countries listening to us. So you
That's
know
awesome.
I think once we achieve world dominance, I think we're gonna stop.
Exactly. That's what we're going for too at Shoutcast. We're trying to not really
World
know.
dominance.
Nobody,
Yeah.
nobody listens to that. Who cares? Screw stuff you doing. Whatever. We did a podcast.
Oh, I was tell me if I should do this or not. I was gonna send an email to Bobby and wish him a happy new year.
Please do. Don't send an email. Just PM him. Just do
PM.
it.
Yeah, happy new
PM him
year.
every other day. Just PM and say Happy New Year. He loves that kind of stuff,
I
man.
heard the one show where he was complaining about how people would send him happy new year like in April
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever. So I figure March would be a good time to start.
Start doing it every other day. Just send it to him, and he loves that kind of stuff. He's all right.
I wanted to ask you, Matt, are you okay? Because they pick on you a lot, man. They give you crap all the time. They're like you buy everything. They're like this. Are you okay? You seem
I'm
like you're like abused. You're verbally abused, emotionally.
I am. I am. I've quit. I've quit several times on that show. I've
Yeah.
gone into
Well,
talk to my
hey,
wife about that stuff a lot.
hey, we can always use a spot on Blackout Shower back and forth.
I would
You're
love to
always
be.
welcome.
I don't know if I can stay up as long as y'all do it, man. But I'll try. I mean, I've
I
been
like to
one.
be
I
on.
think I was supposed to be on one time, but I something happened. I couldn't be on. I think.
Well, we're gonna do back and forth this Sunday, so I think Tyler or Kyle might have mentioned that too. If you wanted to
Okay.
pop on too.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm gonna be on. I'm supposed to read up on some stuff that I've never heard of. So that's gonna be interesting. Yay. Sorry. Y'all picked some stuff like Davy Bowie and stuff, and I'm like, I don't listen to that stuff. Come on.
it's the whole premise of of that podcast was so that we would take the movie and music kind of watching review type of thing that we were doing on Blackout and Shout because the show is already so long and so is this, and we kind of split it off, and Tyler and Kyle and I did it, and then Tyler's way younger. He's like his
Mm-hmm.
20s, and he's the
Yeah.
whole
Whippersnapper.
millennial, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
the Gen X guy, and then you got Kyle's Gen Y, so kind of like worked where you get like, okay, I really like this, he really likes that, what do you guys think of, you know, your peanut butter getting in my chocolate and so on and so
Yeah,
forth, and you
exactly.
find out that he thinks everything tastes like crap, and I think, oh, that sounds like crap, so
Yeah. I
because
get a lot I get a lot of flack on SCU, and I understand that.
the last one was I picked the movie Glory, great movie. I don't know if you ever saw it with Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick back with Civil War type of movie.
I have not seen that one. No.
It was Morgan Freeman was in it. It was like one of Denzel Washington's like first roles. He won an Academy Award for it. It
Okay.
was a great movie, and Tyler was like, "That's trash."
Oh, forget Tyler. He likes Beast Wars. Who cares? Come on now. All his credibility goes out the window once you say he likes Beast Wars. Like, come on. You can't take you seriously. But to answer your question, I am doing fine. Like I said, I've quit Shattercast a lot of times, and they do give me flack, but it's because I'm passionate about something, and it really hurts their feelings. They're salty about that, So
Yeah,
and I love Transformers, and they don't. So whatever. They
that's
like
a
dolls.
that's a hell
Oh,
of a thing since they do a show about Transformers. So
exactly. Cool. Well, dude, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule and your birthday. I really appreciate it, man. Where can everybody find you?
everywhere and everywhere. If you're looking for Blackout Shout, just look everywhere. We're on iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, Vimeo, Man, we're on places that I don't even know people exist anymore. I think stuff might have shut down, but we're everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I spread it. I'm social media blanket, 100%. So anywhere to find us. Myself, I don't really have too much content out there yet, but I think I'll probably put the motion comic out on Blackout Shouts YouTube channel. But once I get the animation stuff out, I might, which would be a while from now, but I'll probably maybe do that on my channel. I don't know. But I myself, just Facebook mostly, and I very rarely am on Twitter or Instagram. So
okay, cool.
Just to steal your pictures, and then I'm good. I'm out.
Exactly. Dude, it was an honor having you on, dude. I had a great time.
No, that's fun.
Back on, man. Cool.
Thanks for the birthday present, for letting me be on your show.
Oh, whatever. I appreciate it. Was an honor having you on my little show and everything. Now I just gotta get Levy, and I'll have the 3 on and everything. That's all that matters to my life right now is Blackout Shouts. So, but I want to thank everybody else for watching.
Before you go, Mag, I gotta say one more thing. When I first met you, when I was at TFCon this past year, and you walked into the restaurant, and you were just like clapping, you're like, Blackout and Shout, everybody! Blackout and Shout! Blackout Shout's here! I was like, at that point, I was like, I love this guy. He is so cool.
I love y'all guys, man. That's why I was trying to get y'all hyped up and everything, man.
Yeah. I like the mountain man look going there too.
Thank you. I'm fixing shit, but I was bothering the hell out of me. Bothers. I get it long, and I'm just like, ugh, it bothers me. So. Anyways, but dude, once again, thank you so much. Welcome back on anytime, man. I had a great time, man.
Awesome.
And everybody, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Go down and hit that like button and hit that sub button. It helps the channel out and all that wonderful stuff. And hopefully I will do another around 30 minutes this weekend. I have some people lined up. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you around 30 minutes. And as always, Hell Hasbro, and good night, folks.
Good night.
All right, let me stop.